Hey guys, it's me and Buster Green again, and I'm gonna try a different sort of video today. Okay, so this is what's going on. Kotaku put up this article about literally every single live-action anime remake, recreation, bastardization, reboot, whatever you want to call it. The point is they listed every single one in production, and this includes the ones in production in America and the ones in production in Japan, and a large number of these are being produced by Netflix. Now, I'm gonna just kind of read these live on the air and react to them in real time. I don't have a script for this one. I don't have any pre-prepared research. I'm just gonna read this article and freak out or give any tidbits I happen to know about whatever the hell they're talking about. So yeah, they have a pretty funny starter picture with the Netflix One Piece people looking at the Netflix Gundam picture. We still haven't gotten anything new on the Netflix Gundam since this picture. And with that out of the way, I suppose I will start the article. Okay, so the first thing they're discussing is live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender. And, yeah, this does not look good. It looks like it's a very, very similar situation to the Cowboy Bebop situation. From what I know, so it's done by completely different people. It might be some former Game of Thrones people. And I know the original creators disowned this one because I believe they want to add gratuitous sex scenes to Avatar: The Last Airbender, which will honestly be pretty interesting. Because I know a lot of Avatar fans have grown up and they're still horny for those characters. So if Netflix delivers on this super horny, borderline porn parody of Avatar, I mean, it might be interesting, but definitely the original creators have already disowned it, so it's probably going to be a disaster. But maybe it'll just be watchable for the sex scenes. God only knows. All the same, at least they're trying to do another Avatar series that isn't live action. Every time they do Avatar in live action, it's just such a disaster. I don't know what the issue is. They just can't keep the shit under control. So it's kind of funny that this reboot is still being pushed under Netflix when Nickelodeon is now all up in Paramount Plus these days. Alright, next one. Alright, next one is Death Note. Believe it or not, Netflix is going to reboot Death Note as a live action movie again. God damn it all to hell. The first one was half awful, half could have been alright. I liked Elle, I liked Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. I think those kind of worked. But then everything else was insane, especially the fact that American Light was a fat gay kid getting cucked by American Misa. That was all kinds of complicated. I guess it kind of I don't know, it's been long enough that I can ironically accept the live action Netflix Death Note as a character study and how different countries interpret different archetypes of characters. But I think the fact they got Light so fucking wrong really ruined the movie. On all the same, I can't believe they're fucking going at it again. I mean, I guess they still own the license and they decided rather than do a sequel to a movie no one liked, they're just gonna try again, which is pretty nuts, but I guess that's happened before. Yeah, I guess that's definitely happened before. Okay, next one, Hellsing. Oh fuck, they're making live action Hellsing? Ugh, okay, this one's under Amazon. Amazon hasn't done any live action animes before. The only thing they've really done is The Boys, so The Boys has been pretty good, and I mean, in general, Amazon's adult content has been pretty alright. So I'm gonna give this one a snowball's chance in hell, just for the fact it's being produced by Amazon and not Netflix. Because a lot of the bad decisions in adaptation are all created by Netflix, and this one's coming out of Amazon, which might do it okay. All the same though, I don't know, Hellsing is really, really highbrow stuff to try and do live action. I mean, I know fundamentally it's just people fighting in dark rooms, but I don't know, Dracula's gotta have that dog hell Satan magic that is really super, super visually interesting. So I don't know. Jury's out on this one. This one might be okay. And I'm only giving it the might because Amazon, as a studio, has a pretty good track record compared to Netflix, especially lately. Alright, next one. Next one is Gundam. Okay, we all know Gundam is being produced by the people who made Kong Skull Island and Netflix. And Legendary Pictures is like heavily producing this one, so I think it's outside the realm of like your usual typical Netflix crap, and it's just going to debut on Netflix because Netflix has an outstanding deal to distribute all the Gundam stuff in America that comes out lately. Although they still haven't distributed Doan's Island or G-Witch. Well, G-Witch got snatched up by Crunchyroll, so that makes sense. But I'm very, very pensively optimistic for this one. I've honestly been waiting for the live-action Gundam movie my entire life, not counting G-Savior. G-Savior was another horrible thing. My biggest concern with the live-action Gundam remake is primarily going to be casting. Like, no offense, but the casting will make or break this movie. Like, if they use, like... God, it's so fucking hard with this one, because if they use, like, bigger actors, I feel like they won't do the characters justice. But if they use, like, nobodies, then they, like, have a, like, slippery slope of falling back into, like, what fucking G-Savior did. And, I don't know, like, part of me kind of wishes that this wouldn't be a straight Gundam movie. Like, I think I'd rather wish that they, like, adapt, like, For the Barrel or something. Something that is loosely Mobile Suit Gundam, but, like, different enough that if you fuck it up, people won't, like, lose their fucking, like, heads. Alright, I guess that's all I can say about that one for now. Next slide. Alright, next one is My Hero Academia. Yes, by God in hell, there is a My Hero Academia movie. And I don't know what to expect by this one. Now let me read up on it. So the screenplay is going to be written by the guy who did the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. That's not good. But he also did John Wick. That's kind of good. And he also did Edge of Tomorrow. That was okay. Now, also, the My Hero Academia movie will be directed by a Japanese crew. However, the crew will be directing English actors. Now, what's interesting is the crew from Inuyashiki, which was a really good effing movie. So that gives me a lot of hope for this. But they are going to be Japanese filmmakers with American actors, which can cause some bad acting to come out. Like, in an ideal situation, I would hope there would be, like, an American, like, assistant director to make sure, like, the American actors don't, like, sleep on their lines, but the fact that it's the guy who directed Inuyashiki gives me incredible hope for this one. In general, I want to believe most of these will do good. It's just, like, the reality is a lot of them won't. Alright, let's continue on. Next one, Naruto. Oh my effing god, they're still making a Naruto movie. How is that real life? Alright, so... Oh, no. This one sounds awful. This one is going to be American Naruto with American actors, produced by Lionsgate, who makes all those, like, shitty teen movies. Oh, this cannot be good. Like, the best thing Lionsgate has made is, like, The Hunger Games. Like, I don't even know what to believe with this one. Like, Tom Holland is Naruto, like, there will be no special effects. They'll all shoot it, like, out in fucking, like, Nebraska. Like, Now, thankfully, this movie's been in production hell since 2016, but it does say it is still in the works. But 2016, that's nearly 9 years. This movie's been in production hell for 9 years. Quite frankly, anything in production hell for over 9 years, I'll be surprised if it ever happens, but, like, the recipe going into this one looks disgusting, so, ugh. And yet I really want to see live-action Hinata. But that's another situation for another day. Anyway, I kind of hope this never gets made, or if it does get made, I hope it's done by a Japanese studio who knows what they're doing. Like, this should straight up be a Japanese studio with Japanese actors, no Americans involved whatsoever. The fact that it's an American adaptation of Naruto just sounds completely insane. Next. One Piece. Okay, so this one's very divisive because we're getting close to it. Now, I don't know what to think about this one. because here's the thing about this one. Production-wise, this is the entire staff that created live-action Cowboy Bebop, with one change. The director of the show is Ichiro Oda, the director of the manga, or the original. He's the original creator, was what I mean. Yeah. So it's all the Bebop, like, cast and crew, like, doing it all over again. But now they're doing One Piece, which, quite frankly, in my mind, is not adaptable. One Piece should never be adapted. It's like the cartooniest of cartoon anime. But, so they're trying it, and I don't think it's a good idea, but the fact Oda is in charge is giving a lot of people hope that Oda will snap the Cowboy Bebop crew into shape and prevent them from doing weird, stupid things. That's the hope anyway. Yeah, so the actors have got their costumes, the crew is assembled, the sets are built. The sets look pretty effing complicated because they built these like real big ass boats, and that's kind of impressive. I really hope they like keep those boats after the show is over, because like those are some fantastic ass boats they made. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even like One Piece that much to begin with, so like, I don't know. I used to like One Piece as a kid. Like as a kid, I was really into the manga, but then the anime came out, and 4Kids butchered the anime, and then I like found out it like had 2,000 episodes. So like, even if I watched one episode a day, it would take me like 20 years, which is like a significant like portion of my lifespan. It's like pretty much like making a deal with the devil trying to watch One Piece. So I mean, like, I don't know. I understand the need for adapting it since the original anime is so crazy that, you know, a faster, shorter version might be better, but still, I've got like zero hope for this one. Even if Oda was involved, I think the fact that it is the Cowboy Bebop crew is just going to curse the production. All right, next, we're not even halfway through. One Punch Man. How the hell are they going to make a One Punch Man live action movie? Okay, so this one's going to be made by Sony, and it's going to be, because it's Sony, it's going to be all the people who worked on Venom and the Uncharted movie and Ghost in the Shell. Okay, so that's not a great group, honestly. Like, Uncharted sucked, Ghost in the Shell sucked. Oh wait, it's the people who made Ghost in the Shell. That's Poison right there. Ghost in the Shell was ridiculously bad. And Venom was bad too. Like, Venom was bad, but it like kept itself afloat because Venom's so fucking awesome. Venom 2 wasn't much better. Like, Venom 2 wasted Carnage and like had a weird like moment where Venom was just like at a pride parade being like really gay, and like, I don't know, the Venom movies are so fucking weird. Like, they're like very, very tonally like on top of like what Venom comics were in the 90s, but I don't know, they're so goofy, and I feel like it's ridiculous because like whenever Venom is like a bad guy, he's like the scariest like blackest shit ever, and then whenever he's a good guy, he's like just this goofy ass Venom at a pride parade. Anyway, so they're gonna make a One Punch Man movie, these guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they can do it. I don't think they're good at making movies, so I really don't think they should make any more movies. Like, they can maybe make Venom 3, and that's about it. Like, they have not like earned the permission to work on movies again. They are not good movie makers. So yeah, that doesn't bode well for this, even though I love One Punch Man to death. But then again, this is like One Piece. One Punch Man is so cool because it has like some of the finest animation in like anime history. And like, if you do that in live action, like all you got left is like a guy dressed as Ant Man punching people. Alright, next. Halfway there. Pokemon. Oh no. Okay, so I do know something about this. The Pokemon live action movie has been in the works for an incredibly long amount of time. So back in the day, they were trying to make a Pokemon live action movie. Like, I know Max Landis like pitched a script on it, and the Pokemon Company was really interested in producing it, but then somehow along the way, the movie they were going to make like mutated into Detective Pikachu. So, I don't know, Detective Pikachu was like universally well received, so a lot of people think they should just make a sequel to Detective Pikachu. But then at the flip side, like, there still was that original plan to make just like a straight up Pokemon movie about a Pokemon trainer. Like, it doesn't have to be about Ash. It was just like I'm pretty sure the treatment I saw back in the day, it was just a Pokemon movie about a random Pokemon trainer raising Pokemon and collecting gym badges. That's all it was. It wasn't Ash, it wasn't Red, it was just a rando guy doing the Pokemon thing. And that's all you really need. Like, that was actually a really cool take on it. So, if they go back to that concept, like, I kind of have a lot of faith in that concept, that could work. But then again, that concept was already poo-pooed and turned into Detective Pikachu. But Detective Pikachu has kind of like lived and died on like the hill it claims. So I don't know. Like, I'd be okay if they did make a sequel to Detective Pikachu, but I really don't think they need to. So I'd be much more like interested if they like fully like commit to doing this original Pokemon Trainer movie, because that would be fucking awesome. Oh wait, this isn't a movie. This is a potential live-action series? Okay, still though, again, they could just do the Pokemon Trainer concept. Like, again, it doesn't have to be like Ash, and I think it would be better if it wasn't, so... Yeah, okay. I'm pensively worried that someday this will exist and it will haunt my nightmares, but it could be alright too, so... Based on the fact Detective Pikachu was good, I'm expecting this will be good because the Pokemon Company is like fiercely protective of their shit. Alright, next. Saint Seiya. I don't like Saint Seiya. Alright, so Saint Seiya is going to be produced by the Game of Thrones people and some of the former Fox X-Men people. I don't know. I mean, like, I've got really low expectations for this one. And I could never get behind Saint Seiya because I found it to be extremely homoerotic, but at the same time, like, I don't know. If my expectations are completely rock bottom for this one, maybe it will be good because I have, like, no expectations it will actually be good. Alright, next, let's keep on moving. Steins Gate. No! I love Steins Gate! How could they remake Steins Gate? Ugh. Okay, so this is once again being adapted by Netflix. And it's being adapted by the people who created the show Altered Carbon. I've watched Altered Carbon. It was pretty decent, so, I mean, that kind of gives me some bit of hope for this. That being said, according to this, the production's been in development for over 2 years. So, maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. No clue, but I don't know. Steins Gate, like, holds, like, a very special piece in my heart. Because Steins Gate, like, literally happened while I was living in Japan. So, like, I feel like I'm in Steins Gate. And I can, like, intensely relate to, Ocarin. So that's, like, another, like, factor that, like, I don't know. I just, like, I love Steins Gate to death. Like, it's like a piece of my soul. And I, like, will, like, be really, really upset if they butcher it. Alright, let's move on. Sword Art Online. Okay, that doesn't surprise me, but yeah, that makes a bit of sense. So according to this, Netflix has had a Sword Art Online adaptation in the works since 2016. So this is another one in Hell State. This also looks like it has the same crew as the Steins Gate production. So not sure what to make of this one. Maybe they gave up on this one and they switched to Steins Gate. But then again, this one would be probably the easiest one to adapt, except for the whole, like, video game world concept. But then again, like, all they really need to do is just, like, put some, like, nerds in a field and give them swords, so... Again, this would be really, really easy to adapt, if they just commit to it. I don't know, they could do it like Jumanji, although that probably wouldn't be good either, but... I honestly expect if they do it, it will look a lot like Jumanji. Alright, next one. Tokyo Revengers. I'm in the middle of watching that. Hey! Alright, so Tokyo Revengers is getting a live-action movie adaptation in 2021. And, okay. So it's getting adapted in Japan by Japanese actors and Japanese filmmakers. And it's going to be released as a 2-part film series this summer. Okay, if it's being done by the Japanese, it might be okay. So this... I'm satisfied with this. You can't get a fucking American Netflix adaptation of Tokyo Revengers. What would you even call it? Alright, so I'm good with that one. Let's move on. Next one, Your Name. Alright, so this is another one that's been in development hell since 2017. So in 2017, Makoto Shinkai's Your Name was captured by J.J. Abrams, who stole the rights to it and was planning to produce a live-action version set in the United States of America between a girl from North Dakota and a boy from Chicago. And yeah. I have no idea if this is still getting made. I did get a peek at the early concept they were going with. I wouldn't say they had gone woke with it, but I would say that all the characters were black in the version I read. So, I don't know, it could be like Family Matters. I don't know if you want Your Name to be like Family Matters, but that was kind of my interpretation of the script I read back in the day. Nonetheless, I don't know, this is another one I feel like they shouldn't fuck with. But again, the script I saw was so different that it was basically a completely different movie with the same core concept, but everything else was changed. So, I don't know. Maybe Urkel will be in it. Alright. Next one is Yu Yu Hakusho. Ugh. I forgot they were doing this. So yeah, Netflix is adapting Yu Yu Hakusho. However, it will be adapted in Japanese with a Japanese cast, so it might be okay. I saw the production picture of this one. Kuwabara looks way too handsome. Kuwabara should look like this guy, but otherwise, I don't know, it might be alright. Oh, this is coming out this year, too. It should be ready by the end of the year. Well, I mean, at least with this one, it's been so many years since the original Yu Yu Hakusho was made that they might take some risks with it. So, it might be okay, especially considering it's being made by a Japanese crew, so... Yeah, I'm pensively thinking this one might be okay. Alright, last one. Last one is, nothing. Okay, that was it. Okay, well, had a lot of thoughts there. What do you think? Leave a comment, and I'm out. Goodbye.